Now let's set up the config file to connect our database to the WordPress application. Now let's get right into putting together a config file and getting ready to complete our WordPress installation. So you go back to your cPanel, and let's go back to the cPanel. I'm just going to run you through that login. Then you go back to your file manager, your online file manager, like I have here. Mine is already opened. Then you scroll down. Be conscious that your web files are in the docs directory. So you scroll all the way down and locate the wp-config-sample.php file. You just right click, then click edit. So that opens up what is in the config file, opens up the config file basically. So I'm just going to run you through the config file and the parameters we're supposed to supply. So that is one, the database name, which will be inserted where you have database underscore name underscore air. Then your database username, the database password, the database host. Then we scroll all the way down. We generate our salt keys for security reasons. It says you can generate this using the link WordPress.org secret key service. You can change this at any point in time to invalidate all existing cookies. This will force all users to have to log in again. So then the database prefix, that could be anything, and that's all we'll be focusing on for this lesson. So the first thing we want to do is go back to our database and supply all of these parameters. So keep this window open and then you go back to your cPanel, locate MySQL databases under databases. Then you want to come back here and copy your database name. Copy, go back, paste, copy your username, paste, then remember that your password, your database password, is the same with your cPanel password. So you take note of that and you paste that here. Paste that. Then go back, select the MySQL host name, copy that, paste. On most servers, the database host is usually localhost, but I mean, at times it varies with other servers. It's all depending on how they've chosen to configure things. Then you scroll down. You want to copy this link. You want to copy this link, www.api.wordpress.org/secret key. You want to copy, then open a new tab and you paste it there. It's going to generate like some set of codes. You copy all of that code and replace what you have here. You replace. In subsequent videos, I'm going to explain a bit what the secret key does. But for now, just do what I do. So paste that, replace what you had there previously. Scroll down. We want to choose a table prefix. So that will precede the name of every table installed in the database for you. So now, one thing I want to highlight here is that for security reasons, you don't want to leave this as the default prefix. I mean, you can decide to leave it, but I advise you not to for security reasons. Reason being that security is a very important element, when it comes to developing websites and all. So you want to make sure that all of your settings are as unique and peculiar to your platform as possible, as much as possible. So in my own case, I'm going to say 1x01. You just want to pick something random. That is definitely not WP, because that's the default setting for that comes with WordPress. So after you've done that, make sure that all of the details are set, that you've imputed your database name, your database user, database password, database host, and you've generated your salt keys, change your table prefix. Once you've done all of that, you're good to go. Just want to say, click on save, then close. Then the next thing you want to do is rename this file. You change it from wp-config-sample to wp-config. Then save, click OK. And that's about it. You have successfully gotten your config file ready to complete your WordPress installation. So in the next class, we'll be completing our installation and setting up our admin account for WordPress.